This will shock you. A 12-year-old girl unalived her brother by putting a piece of steel into him repeatedly. Watch.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Come here.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm just gonna put handcuffs on just for now.
I'm sorry. I just had to pull out here.
Where's the
I'm
knife?
sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I don't know what chest. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Please. I'm so sorry.
Our hearts go out to her mom, who has lost not just her 9-year-old, but also her 12-year-old, who will be going away for a very long time. But in an interview last night, she had this to say.
What have you been able to make sense of in terms of how this happened?
From what we found, it looks like it was a medication issue, not anything else. It's just like a manic episode of some kind.
She was on an ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, very common for parents out there. They'll hear about it. They come with indications, but there's usually guidance about, well, you may start seeing things. Was this part of a downturn or a spiral? Was there any other behavior that gave you any indication that the kid was unstable?
No, she was fine. She wasn't unstable until she was put back on the medication.
What happened to take her off it?
She cut her arms within a month of being back on it. So I immediately took her off after speaking to the school and her doctor and herself. We had a long conversation. She said that she felt like she was really irritated, irritable, angry for no reason on the medication. So, of course, I took her off of it. Unfortunately, it was too late. The damage was done. Stuff like this can happen months or even years after being off of a medication like this.
More to say in terms of explaining how it got to that place?
No, all I know is she was having thoughts of stabbing him about 2 weeks prior. She reached out to a few of her friends and told them. And unfortunately, they were maybe afraid to tell the parents or me, but they did not. So I had no idea that she was having those thoughts.
In this interview, she goes on about how her son and her daughter, the 9-year-old son, the 12-year-old daughter, got along amazingly well. She didn't know that her 12-year-old daughter was having thoughts about unaliving her brother. She had no idea. And now, her daughter is in custody. Not being treated, but in custody, waiting to find out what happens to the rest of her life. What do you think about this? I think we can all agree that this is tragic.